6 again with Finch. Oh. Notif upcoming. Live here.
Yeah.
A bird came up.
No, bro. You gotta go view channel.
Oh. A bird came up. Oh, there it is.
So you can see Shotgun there now?
Yeah. Hello, testing.
So you can see Shotgun there now? Why is the fuck ears glitchy?
Hello, testing. Perfect.
It's a bit delayed.
Yeah, it's always
Fucking 1 second delayed.
It's always delayed on our view, but it's not delayed for their view. Alright, we're live.
Where does the comment? How do I get the comments up again? I forgot. Welcome. There it is. Brian, you're nice working. It's not delayed. Brian's champion. He's a champion, bro.
So what we're looking at, that camera there, right? I saw just look at the phone.
Oh, you look at me. Good evening, and thank you for joining us on the eve of round 8 for another episode of 6 Again with Finch. First, I'd like to welcome Hazna.
How are you, brother? How's it going?
Good. And people? Special guest, we've got to up our game. Harry,
hey,
how are you, Harry, from Bulldogs commentary?
Thank you for inviting me on the show today.
The Phantom Driller.
The big late inclusion.
The #1 fan.
Yep, that's me.
We had to up our game after. Thank you for all the viewers and the views and the live comments we got last week.
We needed a bit of impact off the bench.
Mate, we got plenty of impact today. Locked and loaded, Harry. We love your work, boys. Thank you, Osman. Thank you, Brian. Welcome, Mohammed Adouj. Terence, have never heard of her. Terence said he's never heard of you.
Who's Terence? Who's that?
Tariq, the Phantom Driller.
Oh, Tariq.
Yeah. First things first, what caught your attention, Hazna, round 7?
I've got a couple, but the one that really caught my eye was Manly going on a 3 in a row, man. Fozzie's
Fozzball?
Working his magic. It shows that they got a lot of respect for him and they're playing for him as well as for the club, you know.
Mm-hmm.
They seem settled and much more happier and obviously playing for each other. And also Dolphins, their courage to fight against the
they should have won,
premiership threats. And I find it really unfair that they climbed their way back and they couldn't even deserve 1 point.
They came back from 18-0.
Yeah, 18-0
down half time. Yeah. I stopped watching it half time.
22 to 18, they came back and then they scored a try.
Do you think a little bit of inexperience hurt the Dolphins in the last?
I think they did a mistake. And
of course, you get big moments like that is all for big players, and Cleary showed it why.
Yeah, that was probably the turning point.
Harry, what caught your attention, good or bad, last round? If you're going to say Bulldogs, we'll touch on the Bulldogs. Other than that, what caught your attention? What stood out for you?
Pretty much the Serrato, I think, is how we put Curran at centre.
Curran at centre, okay, we'll come back to that. IT expert, they're saying the brightness of the room lighting. Camera last week was better, needs a sparky. Should I turn the light on, or do you want me to turn the light on or light off? Because I've got about 85 lights on.
Job?
Give me a moment.
Is the lighting something wrong? Give us a moment. Lighting, thank you for your feedback. Terence, if you're being a smart ass, I'll break your teeth. But yeah. Is it the lighting, Hazna, or is it fine? Does it show fine on your end? It's showing okay. It's just a little bit grainy, but. Do you know a Bill Sam?
Bill Sam, nah.
Brian's told him that's Big Harry. Is it good? Did you go to school with him?
Nah.
No? Bill Sam, 8865. Lighting is okay. Okay, anything Terence says is X. Terence, you're going to get blocked soon, champ. Stay in Melbourne and play with your boss, not the lighting. Okay, what caught my attention, where am I? What caught my attention last week around what was the baby Broncos or the depleted Broncos? They were under the pump at Campbelltown Stadium.
Tigers lost that game themselves, to be honest. Too many mistakes.
But the Broncos stuck in there.
Yeah, they were resistant. Yeah, they kept fighting.
Adam Reynolds put on a masterclass.
Yeah.
Adam Reynolds kicked him to death. He kept turning him away.
That's why this
Calls
this
were
gonna be
against
dangerous
them as
for Reynolds.
well.
I think that they go a lot hard done by.
And they had all the possession. Tigers pretty much had all the possession. I think it was 60%.
The first eight,
40,
the
yeah.
first 6 agains were all 7 of them went to the Tigers' way, and Tigers couldn't
Yeah,
capitalise.
they should have,
So, some might say the Broncos should have had someone in the sin bin, but I thought some of them 6 agains were like too much nitpicking.
Yeah.
That referee Todd Smith, he knows how to run a game. The red nut ginger.
That guy, man.
You know who I'm talking about, Harry?
Yeah. Todd Smith.
Hazna, the red nut,
hate him.
the comb over guy.
Bailey Haywood's brother.
It's just a throwaway name. Oh, I can say Brian's saying Jerome Law, $1.3 million couldn't ice it.
Yeah. I think Jock Madden was.
If Jock
more
Madden
direct.
and Adam
Was actually
Dewey
playing
stayed
more
on,
direct.
they look better with Adam Dewey and Jock Madden.
Yeah, Jock Madden, yeah.
True?
100%. I don't disagree. I feel like what Harry said, that Jock Madden gave him a direction and he
Yeah,
dug
straight in
into
the
the
attack.
line.
He's straight in the attack more.
I felt a little bit bad for Macassini, the 18-year-old.
Yeah,
but it's an 18-year-old kid, like with the Galvin. I'm going to protect Galvin. I'm going to protect Macassini.
Yeah, but-
You got to take the good with the bad,
Yeah.
Harry.
He's dropped him this week, hasn't he?
They said bone bruising. It's a polite way to say he's dropped.
Yeah, it's yeah.
But you know, with the youngsters, you got to take the good with the bad. You can't expect an 18-year-old to be consistent every single week.
And ice big moments like that.
He did have a shocker, but he's 18 years old. This is where they learn. You got to learn from your mistakes.
100%.
Big H is going to be often. Yeah, we're trying to get Big H more often, but he's very, very busy, very wanted man. Work,
Yep.
coaching at Bankstown Sports, plumber extraordinaire, working at Palm Beach, Hermanite. True. Life. That's life catches up with you. Yeah.
Alhamdulillah.
All right, let's get straight into it. I've got trouble at Belmore. The musical chairs extraordinaire, Cameron Serraldo strikes again. What happened on Sunday? I'll first go to Hazna. Hazna, give me, talk to me, bro.
I wish I could answer, bro. Like, you expect something from us fans that it's quite logical that you would do as a move. Like, for example, put Kiraz in the centre and put Sua on the wing.
Yeah.
But yet you put a forward that hasn't played any game time or doesn't have any match fitness. Put him in the centre.
According to Serraldo, he's played at
one of the
Warriors.
most hardest positions to play offensively and defensively. And he couldn't, defensively he was okay, but offensively he cost us the game. Really, he cost us momentum. He really, Curran gave 2 try assists. If you want to look at it that way.
Can I play the devil's advocate and say, okay, who put Curran at centre?
Of course.
Where does the buck? I'll go to Harry. Where does the buck stop, Harry?
Serraldo.
With the coach,
Serraldo,
right?
Yeah, of course.
And not only did he put a prop or a utility forward at right centre, he put him next to, in my opinion,
Slower.
the worst and slowest winger in the comp.
Yeah, that's right.
I know, Harry.
makes it worse.
You're entitled to your opinion. You have a soft spot for Montoya, and you have defended him in the past, and that's your
Only because
rightly.
his yardage. I know we all know he's a slow.
But on Sunday that was abysmal.
That was rubbish. That was actually.
And you're one of his.
That was probably the worst performance I've seen him play. To be
His
honest.
first 3 touches, the kick downfield he took out at Adokar, then he dropped the ball and play the ball, then he
Not only
showed
that,
Adokar the
even-
outside.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Any other winger would have stopped Adokar in that.
And got
first half.
smoked from a lot of players, man. Especially that hooker. What's his name?
Talon de Silva.
Brother, he smoked him.
Yeah.
They both started.
Yeah.
They both started on the 15-meter line. Talon de Silva put
And that
lengths on
kick
him.
was on nothing. It was on the last tackle. That
Yeah,
kick.
Talon de Silva was a hooker playing in the middle. Okay, he would have been a lot more fatigued in the mixer, they call it, in the washing machine. He caught the ball and put links. Montoya wasn't gaining any ground. He was losing ground on him.
Yes.
We need
He's not the
speed.
fastest.
Canterbury needs speed, bro. They need speed, man.
He's really heavy. And yeah, like Montoya costed us momentum at the start when he done that first error on the play the ball. There was a lot of things that were really uncalled for. But again, it starts with the coach. The coach chose a player that should have not even been in the centres, let alone being the
And
starting
like I
lineup.
said, it's Serraldo back to his old tricks. He's trying to be. Do you reckon he's trying to imitate like Des Hasler or be like the mad scientist or have his own little niche? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like he's outsmarted everyone.
I feel like he's just trying to get more defenders in there because he's based on defence.
Bro, he asked in the press. Harry, he's asked in the presser, why are we dishing up that crap of being inconsistent? Because your team selections are crap and your team selections are inconsistent. So how's he expecting consistent performances when players are not consistently in their right positions?
That's right.
I'm a nobody. I'm a shit cunt. You're a shit cunt. Sorry, you're a shit cunt.
What
We're not
makes
$1
it
million.
worse as well?
Is-
He had Sewell on the bench as well, so why wouldn't you put him in? That's what I don't understand. He has him there. Use him.
He had him there.
Or put fucking Kiraz at centre.
And he lied in the
Logic.
presser.
That's logic. You'd put Senna, Kiraz, and Sua on the wing.
That's it. Or vice versa. Fuck, put Montoya on the centres. He's played centres before. Montoya hasn't he?
The thing I don't understand and I don't comprehend is the fact that when he first came to the club, Serrado, he said that this club is going to be an opportunity club to bring up young juniors. You've got Marcelo Montoya that hasn't been in talks with an extension and he's off contract this year. You've got Josh Curran that's going to Perth Bears next year, and yet you don't want to blood in new players that are in for your future plans, but yet you have no plans for Curran or Montoya for their future in the club. So why are you still using them? Use your young bloods. You got AJ kid. He's been in the reserve on the team list 4 times in a row, and he hasn't made a debut yet.
Some of the viewers are touching on with Jethro's speed last year when he got outrun by Adam Dewey. But I think you guys are right. But I think Adam Dewey had momentum in that, and it was a soggy field where it was at the Combank, the wet game when Canterbury versus West Tigers.
Yeah.
I know for a fact.
I still think Jethro is going to outrun Montoya.
Yeah,
I believe in my heart.
And I know for a fact Jethro will be there for support when Jacob Preston will be in the line break.
How many times has Jacob Preston gone through, looked to his right and saw daylight? Against Penrith, he had to look inside to a prop, and Satili was pushing up. Where was Connor Tracy?
Yes.
Yeah. Tracy also the support.
I think Tracy is half coconut. He'll give you one game a 9 out of 10, saving tries. Against Canterbury, he was brilliant. Bro, I'll call a spade a spade. Against Canterbury, he's brilliant. Then he comes out and dishes that crap.
Rocks and diamonds, brother.
He's the definition of rocks and diamonds. Buck stops with a coach. Unbelievable. Yeah. Like, just when you thought you'd seen it all. Like, I thought, like, some of the boys were asking on the group chat, when they list the team sheet now before kickoff, they said Curran at centre. I go, no, they just put him anywhere.
That's what
and
I
then when they run out,
they'll... I said the same thing, and when they run out, they'll change
So he's listed him as centre. We're running amok on the group chat saying, no, when they go out there, they'll stand differently.
Yeah, that's right. That's what
Next
I said
minute,
as well.
I was Sharamoto standing at centre.
It'll be more logic.
I was at the game, so he was training there as well. He was training at Russell and we at the game as well.
No, I didn't go.
Yeah.
It's just dumb, bro. It's just really dumb. First game. He only played, 10-15 minutes before he broke his rib or fractured his rib. And now he's come back and wants him to play 80 minutes in one of the hardest positions. I don't know.
But then again, Serrato's motto as well goes, in the off season, he trains the boys in different positions to get them ready for
but it's not
next man up mentality. You know what I mean? So
you're right, but I don't think it's relaying across on the field.
You can't put it. Even regardless of that, and Curran doesn't have the ability of playing centre. It doesn't have the. It's not agile enough.
And I don't believe.
Speed. You know what I mean?
I don't believe he even trained in centre.
That's what I mean.
He lied in the presser saying
that he played centre for
the Warriors. He's never.
When did he train at centre? Fucking an hour before kickoff. You know what I mean? Fucking hell.
It's like when you coach the under-11s. You kick the ball off.
Yeah, that's right.
And they just run for 5 minutes.
They run 5 minutes and jump on. That's exactly what happened, I reckon.
Oh, bro, I definitely missed Inari Tulau.
But yeah, Tuala was a big loss.
Yeah,
I never thought I'd see the day. We missed Inari Tulau.
That's good, man. He's actually
he's been playing very well. The only bad game he had was last year at the Roosters game at Allianz when he wouldn't jump for the ball.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
but Daniel Tupou is a giraffe.
He jumps anyone. Tupou anyway.
But we could have Kurt Mann at centre. Satili Tupunua's played right centre at the Warriors. I know we need him in the middle.
Exactly, yeah.
But like he's going to show better. Satili Tupunu's played centre.
He would have done better than
he played centre for half of the season at Roosters.
And he's done a brilliant job.
Yeah.
I said the same thing.
You got Preston that could have played centre, but the most logical is Kiraz.
This is what Ciro does. He's got a problem. 1, 2, 3. He takes options D. He didn't learn from his Bronson Cherry Critter when Critter got down, when Critter went injured against South, and he had a like for like replacement. No, he wants to think outside the box, and now that's twice, Harry, in 3 weeks. It's bit him on the ass.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Yep.
Do you agree, Hazna?
No doubt, bro.
I just think he's trying to I think Brian spoke to me. He's trying to reinvent the wheel and come up with some mad scientist Des Hasler formula.
That's not magic putting Curran at centre.
It's abysmal. He didn't learn from that. What else? What else I want to bring up with you guys? It got raised to me last night. Would you guys prefer Kikau and Crichton in the side, or Burton and Preston. If you can only have one pair. I'll get a Harry
one
first.
thing about Kikau. When he plays a good game,
Okay.
when he's playing well and he's on, we win.
Yeah.
Most of our games we win. So
Okay, but how
every time I say Kikau has a big game, we're winning that game. He just puts us on the front foot. Those big runs he makes, puts us on the front foot.
But he's been lacking that a lot this
But he's
year.
been lacking it, inconsistent. But if he can show that fight and that
Personally, I think
put us on the front foot with his big runs, quick play the ball, mate, the boys will thrive off it.
Yeah, I think it's his run to be a starting second rower is over. He's too old. I feel like he could be a better of an impact player off the bench and just run hard, bro.
Hilly 9114 says, do you think Royals bring in the old boys at Parramatta? Well, specifically.
As soon as I've seen the old boys,
but
I was at the game on
but
Sunday.
that was the 40th anniversary. That was always scheduled. That was a 40th anniversary for the 1986 grand final.
Yeah, I had no idea.
No, Hilly, I think that was always planned for the Parramatta, Canterbury versus Parramatta, paying homage to the 1986 grand final when it was 4-2 or 6-4. Parramatta won.
That's right. Yes, when Parramatta won. Yes.
But it worked. It worked from Hilly, and Junior Bowler grabbed that game by the scruff of the neck, and Mitchell Moses, their two elder statesmen.
His first run.
Junior Bowler played for the first 40 minutes straight. Harry.
We got out enthused.
He ran for the first 40 minutes straight.
Yeah.
Leo Thompson, I'll preface this by saying it's his first game.
Yeah, first
Let
game.
him finish. But still, 18 meters was very underwhelming.
Yeah, it is. That's pretty
18
bad.
meters.
80 meters.
80 meters.
And he got
How many
folded.
runs did
He
have?
got
10
folded
runs?
a couple
10
of times.
runs, 8 runs, 10 runs.
He got folded a couple of times.
He
Man.
did. Yeah.
Yeah, 8-9 runs.
He's a big boy, but I've seen him.
Did you reckon they made him lose weight to be more fitter? He's got too much same body shapes that.
Bro, he's a big boy, man.
I met him. Me and the boys met him at Magic Round last year. He was a unit. He was a lot bigger than what he showed on. Has he just slimmed down too much?
He's slimmed down, but he's still a big boy.
No. I'm still for. We're going to give him time. If we can give Montoya 10 years to get better, we can give Leo Thompson.
Coming back to your question, but
Yeah, sorry.
I'd pick Burton and Preston.
I'd pick Burton and Preston. I'd get rid of Crichton
and Preston, 100%.
Yeah. Whose fault is it that our reserve grade, like we got a winger go down or a centre go down, we can't go to our reserve grade and bring up the next performing guy. Our reserve grade level is very poor.
It's not very
There's
poor.
a guy in Jersey Flegg, actually, Haywood. Have you seen him? That
Jersey Flegg, isn't that under 19s?
Yeah, but he's
we're not.
I know
going
he's a bit early, but I'm just saying he's pretty good on the wing. Have
The
you watched him
reserve
play?
graders, the reserve graders are not poor, bro. They should have a chance to have a crack at NRL. And the past couple of years they've won Jersey Flegg, New South Wales Cup. They've won some competitions. So there's a couple of good players. But like for example, AJ, Underhill, Jack Todd, Sua, Jeffro, blood them in.
Yeah.
Just blood them in. Get them ready. Have a few games under the belt. This is the perfect time to do it because at the end of the season,
the
he's
most
not
likely out
good.
of all those you mentioned that should make his debut.
Brother, he's bigger than Leo Thompson. Side by side, he's bigger than Leo Thompson.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
He's
and he
a
folded
unit.
apparently kick out training a couple of times. Or Sitili
I saw him in the trials and he bent the line. He's got a lot of post contact meters.
Yeah.
I don't know. How kick out, was that wrong extending him, Harry? On 850? He's on
for that type of money, he's not worth that
especially
money,
with a back
way.
injury. Especially,
he's not worth that,
bro. I'll be ultra generous to him. He shows up once every 4 weeks, and that's being super generous.
Yeah, that's
Do
true.
you really think it's for 850, bro?
More?
No, do you think it was really for 850? I feel like he took a pay cut
Yeah, 850 is ridiculous money.
for his
He's on,
age.
he's on
age.
500 grand, 500k max.
That's what I think. 500-600 at Hola.
Well, why can't we play him at prop?
That's what I just said that as an impact player.
But
Play him for 15-20 minutes. You'll get the best out of him because he won't
He's too
need
good on the edges, but who are you going to put on there? Who are you going to replace him with an edge?
Satili to Panua all day
I
of the
love
week.
Sitili
bro.
on the edge.
But Satili's doing a good job in the middle too. You can't. You know what I mean?
All day of the week, Satili.
I never thought I'd see the
To be honest,
day.
I like Logan Spinks, but he's down.
Yeah, he's my boy, bro. I love him.
Logan Spinks.
Yeah, I
love
reckon
him.
Logan Spinks is a good player,
in the
man.
try he got done twice
I reckon
by.
he'll be the replacement.
Can I say something?
Kick out.
In the try, he got done twice, beaten cold by Helium Lukey. I know Helium Lukey is a big boy, but you're gonna have that type
Was
of
that in the trials?
against the Cowboys. He started at left edge. Helium Lukey ran over him once and beat him on the inside shoulder once.
Yeah, but
you can't get beaten. No.
Was
You
Jacob,
can't get beat on the inside shoulder in first grade.
Was
Outside
Jacob-
shoulder, I understand.
was Jacob Preston a standout in his first 3 or 4 games?
Yes, bro. I saw Jake Preston he was my witness. I saw him for 15 minutes at a training run. I told him this guy's special. Jacob Preston.
Yeah, before he made his debut.
Bro, to me, I've got Burden, Jacob Preston, and Daylight at Canterbury. Sorry. And I'm a massive Galvin fan. But right now,
Logan Spinks has the ability to be a good player, but he just needs to be.
Who's our two most important players?
Our halves.
Preston,
Preston and Burden?
yeah, Preston and Burden, 100%.
Preston and Burden to me.
Burden's our number one.
And who are the two that are still not re-signed?
Preston and Burden.
That's right.
If we lose them,
Oh no, we won't lose. Surely not.
I can't
I
believe.
know Preston's a tight ass because everyone fucking speaks. All the players speak
Yeah,
about
but I
Preston
can't
was a
believe-
tight
I
ass, and
can't
that, so he
believe
might
it.
go for money.
I can't believe his
That's the
agent
only
said
thing
that he
that's-
wants to go out on the market.
I reckon he will. He'll end up. I reckon he'll take the money. To be honest, from what the boys say, I trained him that, calling him a tight ass, and he loves to fucking doesn't shout anyone nothing. Whatever, you know what I mean? Wallah,
He's a country boy. He's a country
Yeah.
boy. Hello, listening
So maybe
to
he's taking the money.
listening
Saving it for the
to
benzine, brother. At the farm.
listening to James Graham's podcast on Monday. He said the problem with Canterbury is they haven't strung 3 or 4 wins in a row, or like tough wins,
I heard
and to be genuine
Yeah,
premiership
which is-
contenders,
You need to win 4 in a row.
you need to win 4. So if
I
we
feel like we
can't do
perform
it
against the big teams, and then we come to the small teams.
this year, when we've gone into the any game favourites, we've lost. When we've gone in as underdogs, we've won.
Yeah, that's right.
And that means inconsistency. That goes back to the coach. That's why the coach needs to pick plays and stick and stop doing this musical chairs that we had a problem with last year.
He does. It's got a great point, because you do need to win 3 to 4 in a row to win the comp in the semi-finals. So it's right to get it used to it now.
But who's he saying that Burden will get 1 million plus on the open market? I think he'll get a lot more. Who's to the Bears, Papua New Guinea, or a Titans? How much do you think Burden would be worth on the open market?
I reckon Perth will give him close to $1 million.
Close.
Yeah,
1.2.
Nah.
Okay.
He hasn't.
Okay, if Dylan Brown is
He
worth,
hasn't proved himself.
if,
That's the
if
point.
Dylan Brown is worth 1.4 million dollars,
At
I'll give
Newcastle.
Burden 1.5.
Yeah.
Better kicking game, better running game, bigger body, same sort of age.
Goals,
Elite player.
kick
Elite
goals.
player. Elite player.
Galvin
It's
needs
just
to be
elite.
dropped. Worst halfback in the league right now. Air fork. Okay. Hazna for fullback. You're better than Connor Tracy.
Played it for
He's
8
still got the
years.
speed.
Probably. I know I'm faster than my
Galvin
player.
has a stupid.
All things Bulldogs. I said something. All things Bulldogs yesterday. They fucking faramuni.
Yeah?
On a positive note, okay. The positive note is
I was saying, I don't know what I said on All Things Bulldogs. I'm like, I'm done with Sierra if he picks.
Or were you on the potty with
if
him?
he puts Cherry on the left, and Cherry on the right, and
Koula on the
Bosford,
left.
yeah. I'm done with Sierra, and they fucking attacked me for. But I was thinking, I'm not done.
Were you there on the
I'm done.
special
I'm not
guest?
done with Sierra as a coach. I'm done with him as the selection.
Decision.
What he's doing, like
Yeah.
fucking fix his decisions. I know what he's done the past 2 years.
Yeah, he's turned our club around. Yeah.
But fuck, you can't,
But
you can't
it's-
change your
but it's-
positions and put players out of positions.
But
You
it's
can't do
coming
that.
to a stage where I'm starting to believe Finch, where he's a
Sorry,
great defensive assistant coach, but as a head coach, there's a big question mark about him.
No, yeah, you can't say that. He's done well the past 2 years. Look, with the team we've got,
okay. I'm on the
we
Sax.
made the top 4. We weren't expected to make top 4 last year.
I'm on the Saxerado bus. Sorry, Harry. You're still more, a little
Nah,
bit
I'm
more.
still there.
You're still not there.
I've met him, bro. He's a winner. He wants to win. Trust me.
Is he a winner?
Once you meet him,
He's got. Okay, I believe you because I know you don't bullshit.
Maybe
But he's got a
O'Brien-
funny way of showing it. Harry said he's met Serrato and he's a
can
winner.
it be O'Brien? But can it be O'Brien?
So you're letting your assistant-
changes.
It could be Gus, the main thing, bro. Gus's decisions.
I don't know. How
O'Brien's got no say. I guarantee you.
A winner doesn't
Yeah.
put Montoya or Curran on the same side. Surely. I don't like our chances against Brisbane, but we'll
Who's
get
that?
to the preview.
Harry, give us a go. Who's that?
Harry, give us a go.
Eamon?
That's Eamon.
But
Eamon
like,
saying.
just regarding the last thing about Dogs, last week against Parramatta, you'd think they'd dish up a performance the way they dished up against Penrith and continue it on. They were okay in the first 5 to 7 minutes, the defensive and the aggressiveness was there, but then they fucking fell asleep, bro.
After that added car try, man.
Not one of our forwards made over 100 meters. Not one of our forwards. Again, it was Galvin.
I think Preston was the most run meters. Obviously, Preston, yeah.
And
He's the most consistent.
I realised the ball goes to the right a lot the past couple of weeks. Too much to the right.
Yeah, they weren't going to the left. They weren't going to the left. Sakto was avoiding the left.
Do you think it's a plan from Galvin and Serraldo to keep giving short balls to Preston so the opposition teams think that's what's going to happen?
I'll tell you the problem on Sunday, we were too flat. We weren't the ruck, we were losing the ruck.
Lethargic, we were heavy.
Parramatta were just quicker, faster, they were making more meters, they were just more hungrier. And we couldn't on the back foot the whole game.
And mind you, the ref kept the whistle in his pocket. There was only 3, 4, 6 agains in the whole 80 minutes. And that's our type of game. We like the ball that way.
Let's.
Yeah.
They did what we did to Panthers, literally.
Harry, let's finish off on a positive. Are they going to? Can you see a bounce back this Friday?
Yeah.
We need to see a right of reply, as I say, or a bounce back game.
Yeah.
Could we come out and do a bounce back game?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, 100%. If we can do it against Panthers, why can't we do it against Broncos?
I believe so, and especially against the depleted Broncos, they wouldn't want that embarrassment under their tag.
They're still going to be tough with Reynolds and Ezra Mam there and Stagg.
MJ says if Montoya takes the field, we're playing with 12 players and we're no chance. Any chance you get ruled out?
I reckon he's going to score a hat trick.
I feel like.
Where's Ibby Dick? I told you he's going to score a hat trick. Watch this.
I feel like he's going to get dropped, bro. Jeffro's in the reserves.
Yeah, that can happen as well. Yeah.
If he gets dropped,
I wouldn't be surprised. He deserves it after last week.
Yeah, last couple of weeks, last few weeks. His support play is not the best, bro.
Okay. What happened to the disruptor rule in that game?
What, on Curran?
What happened to the disruptor rule? In round 7, you can jump and don't even touch the guy. It's no try. That Afghani or Kurdistan centre.
He came, flying.
The current doesn't need anyone to touch him to drop a ball.
He was dropping it no matter what, even if.
Okay, but it's a disruptor. So
the guy jumped like a.
So there's no more disruptor. And what about the Fox try? Adokar try. His foot was out. Parramatta deserved to win.
No, it wasn't his hand. It looks like his
hand, his balls, his foot, something was out.
They didn't look at it enough.
They didn't look at it.
There's a picture, it shows that he wasn't out. The picture where he's just.
I was at the game, but then I rewatched it and I thought his hand hit.
Tigers 13 plus. Dogs are not playing Tigers body knuckles, but okay, you idiot. I think he's talking to. There's a bit of a brawl going on in the comments.
Tomorrow, yeah. They'll be Canberra.
Tommy Turbo, is his days at fullback finished?
Yeah.
They're retired, man.
He's another Latrell for me. I think he should go to centre.
He played all right centre, but a lot of pundits said he didn't look interested. He wasn't buying in at centre and now, especially because he's captain. As a captain, you need to put the team first. They've got a brilliant fullback, Koula in the waiting.
Oh, I love that bloke, bro.
I would have loved. Koula was off contract. Koula was off contract till the beginning of this year. They re-signed him early this year.
4-year deal they signed.
500 grand. That's he took unders.
500 grand to stay at Manly.
Perth offered a lot more. It was 500 grand.
Wow.
I'll ask the viewers. What do you guys think of Koula?
He's worth 700 plus, man. Easy.
Why don't you ask him?
What do you guys think?
What do you guys think of Koula? He's typing it. I'm telling you.
He's elite. To me, he's elite. Koula's elite.
He's elite not level. Normal, bro. One of my favorite.
I think.
I love watching him play, bro. Wow.
It's either creamy or Koula. The Coca-Cola or creamy. You know what I'm talking to?
Koula, 100%.
If you could take creamy or Koula, I'm on the Koula. I'm on the Coca-Cola.
Yeah, Koula all day.
He took 500 grand, Harry. It was
fuck. That's cheap.
Bears offered 6.
That's a steal. Honestly, that's a steal.
So Tom Trebojevic, Trebojevic should step aside and not step aside, come back and build himself up as centre. Where there's not much running, less fatigue in the legs.
Yeah,
and just lurk around when he needs to lurk. You know what I mean?
That's right.
And even the NRL came out yes.
Good under the high ball, Koula as well.
Koula's a freak, man. Bro, that's
strong.
When Koula gets the ball,
you know
when they say you come,
it just bounces off contact and.
When Koula gets the ball, you get on the edge of something's about to happen. Like you sort of get me. He's one of them players, and they're very few and far between in the NRL.
That's right.
Koula or Buller for fullback. That'd be brilliant, man. That'd be brilliant. The NRL came out yesterday or today. Now they've capped physical training sessions. If you've got a 7-day turnaround, you can only do 100 hours of physical training, and the whole lot of training needs to be filmed and sent to the NRL video. If you've got a 5 or 6 day turnaround, you can only do 80 or 85 hours of physical training of collision
What do you mean?
to stop fatigue and concussions at training.
What's concussions and stuff got to do with
It's
time?
been
It
enforced.
happened last year, didn't it?
Yeah, but
Couple days.
they've dropped the limit to how many hours of physical training you can do. Contact.
Well,
It's gonna be Oztag
maybe
very
it's from
soon.
fucking that Jackson guy that tried to call it.
But
But he-
Jackson
he-
Turpine,
Yeah,
Okay.
Turpin tried to fucking sue us.
that he drops it.
Try saver at the end. Did you watch his try saver? Yeah. Did you see that try saver Koula did on Brandon Burns?
Yes.
And he
Yeah. Wow. He came across. He held him up and he fucking dragged him out.
he just folded him, cuz.
Fucking
He
freak.
just folded him. Oztag, yeah, it's got Connor Tracy can score from everywhere he's on. Who's Boggy Knuckles? Do you know who Boggy Knuckles is, Harry? You're
Nah,
around the
nah.
traps. We're getting some Perla comments in the bar. Connor
Is
Tracy.
he running the muck
read him.
or?
No, yeah, it's a bit of sarcasm. Soon the teams will be playing on PlayStation 7. Mohammed Rufai. Oh, it's too good today.
What's Ely say? Union has got into the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I don't know because they're inconsistent. Maybe he's saying Hilly.
Oh yeah.
Give me, with Origin less than 4 weeks around the corner, give me a bolter for either Newcastle, for New South Wales, Hazna, or Queensland, a bolter to make the side.
Jacob Preston for New South Wales.
It's not a bolter, he's a given.
How?
You don't think he'll be picked?
But he'll be one of the 3 or
For me, we
4.
were just talking about him just then.
Where you were?
We were just speaking about him just then.
Okay, give me
My voter, Koula.
Koula? Yes, off the bench.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah, well,
Is
where
he
you gonna put him?
eligible? Is he eligible?
Yeah,
to
for
play?
New South Wales.
Everyone's
He's
eligible
my
now.
first pick, honestly.
Where would you put him? Okay, are you playing him or sorry? Are you starting him, Harry, or is he off the bench?
He can't.
So he's from 14 to 20.
Yeah.
So 14, 15, 16, 17, 18,
He'll
19.
be in the
Sorry,
squad.
not
He should
sorry,
be in
my
the
maths.
squad. He should be in New South Wales squad, like the top 20 or whatever they put in there.
Who's our wingers? Who's New South Wales wingers?
You've got
Gus has no idea. Burns froze during headlights.
you've got To'o.
To'o.
Brian To'o would be the one winger.
And you had either Zach Lomax, that was...
Yeah, he's gone now.
Carraz has gone with the knee.
But I'll put Jenkins. Straight up.
Milky?
Jenkins, yeah, I'll put
Nah,
Milky.
you'd put Koula then.
Now,
Would you-
on form, if they're going to go on form, Jenkins has to
Yeah, but-
start.
But
You agree for it?
I'll
Who do you put
ask,
second?
I'll ask the viewers who
I'll be honest with you, Harry.
New
You
South
put
Wales.
Jenkins in any other team, he won't be the player he is. He's playing around world-class
Yeah, but
players,
he's
bro.
doing well. He's finishing the tree. He's finishing.
Who's just giving us an answer? Marky Mark.
He's dropped. He's dropped
Harry.
Tago to put him in.
Harry, Marky
Tago's
Mark.
a good player. Like,
Harry, Marky Mark, are you a fan? Marky no
Oh, Marky Mark, yeah.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
Who's sorry? He's
Bit of a hot
rocks
and
or
cold,
diamonds.
yeah, he's hot and cold.
he's a fluke play or he's barely in the Ashes against England. He was barely.
He'll probably take it, but because he's gone to Union, I wouldn't even consider him in there.
Mark
to be
played for
honest.
Aussies.
I'll put Jenkins in there. He's consistent for me this year.
I'd go Koula. I'd go Koula
On the
and
wing?
talk. Yes, bro. Start him.
Yeah.
He started on the wing. He played for Australia. They will go for him. Yeah. Well, it's Laurie Daly, the coach of New South Wales, are already on the back foot. So who's as a Queenslander? I know you're rubbing your hands with glee. In a young man's game, I think last round 7, the old boys stood up. What I mean by the old boys, Reynolds killed the game. Junior Polo, Isaiah, and Teddy all stood up for their teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the round 7 was like the old boys.
Did you mention Adam Reynolds?
Yep, Adam Reynolds. I've got Junior Polo, Isaiah Yo, and Teddy. They all played starting roles.
Mitch Moses.
Junior Polo was the thing.
He kicked us out of the game. His kicking game was.
Is Latrell
spot on.
considered the old boy?
Nah, Latrell was just like playing under 10s and under 11s.
Yeah,
4 tries.
his tries he scored were fucking.
Do you think
so
Latrell?
soft.
You think Latrell hated Shane Flanagan that much that he goes, I want to make sure he gets sacked
Make sure
tonight.
fucking the Dragons get sacked.
Hey,
Me,
Valentine Holmes, it's a worry for Queensland. 10 missed tackles that game. Will you pick him for Queensland? I know you're a Queenslander.
No
I'll ask
way.
you. Your centers for Queensland as a Gemet Shibasaki and Hammer.
Gagai.
No.
Gagai didn't get picked last week.
last week,
Toya.
Robert Toya and Hammer
Yeah.
and Roos Washer fullback.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's probably.
yeah
the
Valentine Holmes won't get picked.
Nah, no way. No chance.
Brian said you're saying only because he has the world class players around him, which is fair. So what is the
Who's
New South
that?
Wales team? Okay. Holmes won't make Origin. Yeah, Holmes won't make Origin.
No
They're
joke.
saying Milky, Brian's saying Milky might take his game to another level, being with better players around him also.
So Brian agrees that Jenkins
Yes.
should make the.
I'm a massive Koula
If
rat.
you're gonna go on form, which they always do every year, you have to pick Jenkins.
But Laurie Daly said that he's going to.
It's Laurie Daly.
He said he's going to breed some young players in, so there'll be a big change.
Toya and Hammer, that's right, agreed.
Kiraz
Even on form, Kiraz wasn't.
But regardless,
enough,
if
to be honest.
Kiraz comes back, he'll only have like a week or two to prove himself. And what is he going to really prove
Even on
himself?
form, he hasn't been good enough anyway to make the.
He looked
squad,
like
to
he's
be
been
honest.
playing injured
Yeah,
lately, but
100% shoulder injury.
Hello.
Yeah.
Kira's done all that speed work in the off-season. Sarat Duzna. It means they've done our head in Arabic. How much sprint work Jacob Kira's done with Roger Zabri, but I'll probably get sued. He does he look okay? He's injured in his shoulder. Does that affect his running style? Does he get slower because he's injured? He done off-season sprint work. He's gone slower, Harry. I'm a massive Kiraz fan. He looks slower.
He looks bigger. He looks bigger actually. But
Okay, so what did the speed work do?
Yeah, he didn't. He still looks the same.
do
speed to
you
me,
take
yeah.
consideration he's playing unhappy or was playing unhappy before about the Cherry saga?
No,
As a professional-
you shouldn't be. No.
I think he might be upset he's
You have
playing on
to
the wrong
take it on the chin.
side.
He's a matured player. He's been there for years.
I think he's upset he's playing on the wrong side.
Yeah. Can you answer that for me? Why he's moved?
Are you serious?
Why has he done that?
Mate, you said he's a good
Fuck.
mate. You got his phone number. Call him and ask him.
Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Cherry was doing well on the left.
You had a balance.
Fucking Critter was doing, he was killing it on the
had
right.
the
And then he's
balance.
fucking changed to who?
You had the balance.
Fucking it's O'Brien, man.
So Brian,
Hatalli superstars all on the left. Kick
If-
out,
if-
Critter, Burden, all superstars.
if Haas misses game
You
one,
can't. You gotta have a balance.
That's what I mean.
You can't put every. It's too
Preston
predictable
and
for the defensive
Preston
line
and-
for other teams. You know what I mean? When you have, you gotta. You know,
Preston
50-50.
Preston and Critter worked well last year. Why change it?
Yeah.
Another issue I'd like to bring up for you guys in a day and age where every data, every stat, every GPS, everything is measured and it's analysed to the second. How are underperforming players like Montoya and others still getting picked? And then I heard on the radio they're picking players based on training form. But Habib, let me finish. At training, you're not playing for 2 points. I thought at the end of the day that you're there to win games, competition games, and the 2 points at the end of the week. I don't give a flying. You know what?
Put your best
I don't
team.
give a flying f. I know you got to train well, but it's not purely on training. I can't drop him because he's training well. Well, that's not coming across on the field, whoever it may be. They're telling me Montoya is killing it at training. Okay. But okay, so if he's training the house down, what the f is happening on the weekend on game day?
His favourite is.
Yeah, there is.
Your GPS is showing no. Bro, why is he not in the position for the support? Okay, all players can drop the ball. All players can miss a tackle. When someone makes a break, when a prop or a second row makes a break, he looks to the freaking right. He's not there. Where the fuck is he?
Yeah. He's too slow.
Moments. It's all about
Bro, and they
moments.
sit on Monday, they sit in the little amphitheater, they put the game on. I know for a fact they put their game on and they watch the game. All 30 or whoever, top 30, top 20 or whoever played the game. What do they look at? I'd love to be a fly on the wall. Is this guy getting his ass kicked or what's happening? How is he, with all the technology, how is he getting picked? Bro, it baffles the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
Big question mark.
Hazna, do you see where I'm coming
He
from?
loves his
I
yardage out of his own half. His yardage work he does.
Because Sakataliari's work, any fucking winger can do it. Any winger can do it. I guarantee you, Sua and Jeffro will get 22 runs out of him and you still average 180 to 200 meters.
Because I saw...
After last week.
On
yeah,
Sunday, I actually swore.
I'll drop him
I
after
swore
last week.
I'd rather take the field with 12. Bro, I'm not. You call me a dickhead. You call me deluded. I'd rather take the field with 12 because then the other 12 will cover for that spot. Not think he'll be there to impress him when he makes a break. He won't even have to bother looking. But you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Others will lift and make.
It's all
Bro,
about moments. There's moments.
I never thought there'd come a time as a Bulldog fan that Salmon wasn't our weakest link. Now it's our weak. Connor Tracy and our bro. It should be called the
He
flop
loved
toy.
Connor Tracy, but when he faced
Bro, he's very good, but he's inconsistent.
Yeah.
His
Bro, a
efforts are
first
there.
grader needs to be
he's
consistent.
an effort player.
Effort player.
I'd say he's an effort player.
I'd like
He gives
him.
100% every week.
I'd like him in the wing, on the wing where Montoya is, because you know you're guaranteed 20 runs. You know he'll support. You know he'll do those things.
Question
you know.
for, I've got a viewer question. Question for Big H. When you went into the Bulldogs theatre room, how was the experience up close and personal with the players, and how were they towards you?
Very respectful, man. I had like so much time for that. I had so much time.
Is that
for
when you
that
picked up
wing,
Curran and belted the shit out of him?
Yeah, I just
Maybe it was your
fucking-
fault he stopped catching the
I
ball.
should put that fucking video and tag him and fucking wake up to yourself, you fucking prick. Maybe you fucking knew.
I think Harry scared the shit out of him.
No, he actually started performing after that, and then after that was 24. It's been 2 years already.
Yeah, that's when we were going on that run.
And,
Yeah.
and Tuala decides to get injured in the captain's run. He's got
Yeah,
a
he stuffed
hand-
us up, man. Tuala stuffed us up.
Terrence has said salmon should have been swallowed. Wait, Terrence, if you could pick one player to get dropped, let me know in the comments. Would it be, you can only pick one, Montoya or Salmon?
I know his answer. He'll say Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs.
Sorry. Switching tack to St. George, Illawarra.
When they win 22 in a row, I'll let you know.
Mark Levy, that fat pig broadcaster on 2GB, came out and attacked most fans. I think he was aiming at John-Claude Van Damme and Chris Sassine for saying Shane Flanagan's got a family and how dare we, and they got mortgages and this. Habibi, Mark Fat Levy, Shane Flanagan got a fat payout and he's got that to fall back on. He has the luxury of falling back on a payout. He can sit at home for another 2 years and get paid for, handsomely, mind you, by the Dragons, who we feel sorry for, us punters. We feel sorry for the tradie and labourer when he gets sacked from work and he doesn't have a luxury, he doesn't have a payout to fall back on.
Yeah,
this
exactly.
fat fuck comes out and goes, how dare we? The coach is 0 from 7, you spastic. Of course, the fans who buy membership, buy jerseys, take the kids to game, parking, akal, bullshit, they can say whatever they want.
Exactly.
We can't attack the coach, or we can't attack if a player is performing. When they do something right, we gloat them, we glaze them. What's that word? The new word's glaze and glee and gloat and you know. But when they do something wrong, you're going to take the good with the bad as a first grade player.
Of course, yeah.
And that Mark Levy must be bum chumming with Shane Flanagan. He lives out that way, and he's got a restaurant out the Shyway. I want to go and give that. We should go to that restaurant, Nico. You maggot. I'm happy.
Bacon and eggs.
I'm happy to say, bro. I'm saying St. George. Moving on to St. George Illawarra, the coaches, the people that are going to put their hand up. I got told there's Brad Arthur,
Save the Saints, they reckon.
Ben Hornby, Michael Ennis.
Seen the hashtag?
Saw that.
The coach out of these coaches, my question to you is Brad Arthur, Ben Hornby, Michael Ennis, Josh Morris, Dean Young, Ben Teo, Kevin Walters, Dimitri, Blake Green, or Matt King.
Brad Arthur. Brad Arthur.
They've got 10 applications for the job.
Mick Ennis is gone, but they've sacked him already.
Okay, they've got 9 applications. He can still apply for the job.
Yeah, you can still apply.
Yeah, but they've sacked him.
Out of the nine
If he was
I've
going to stay,
mentioned,
and he would have stayed.
There's a reason why he sacked him, but Harry.
Out of all those, who was it?
Do you know why he sacked him? Because they both want the job. So.
Do you reckon
then-
he'll end up at Manly?
why does he come to?
Mick
Can we
Ennis?
get him back at the Dogs and
Yeah,
piss off
oh,
Adam
yeah.
O'Brien?
Nah, bro.
You want Adam O'Brien?
Brother, what has St. George produced this
You've got his
I
season?
want Ennis. I said.
Yeah, but he's
We
the
got his son.
attacking
Don't we
coach.
got his son in
That's what it is. Okay, he's the attacking coach, but you got to pick the coach's son. Roh, yes, Dragons wing.
We got Mick Ennis' son playing Ron Massey.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, I've lost something, hasn't I? Am I still on? Okay, good. Who'd you pick out of them? I reckon people have got a massive rap on Ben Teo. Ben Teo wants to come and coach in
Nah, he
Sydney.
can be a defensive coach. He'll be assistant defensive coach.
But he was an assistant coach of the Broncos. He's not leaving and he's going to get the Queensland assistant coach job. I reckon Dragons could do a lot worse than it's either Ben T or Ben Hornby for me.
That's what I was going to say, Hornby. I think, but to be honest, I think
They should have went for that midget. What's that midget that went to fucking PNG?
Ben Hornby, yeah.
No, the midget.
Willie Peters.
Willie Peters, that's it.
He already signed with there.
Yeah, PNG.
I feel like if Dean Young does good, he'll get the job because he's already made brutal calls.
But he was already there as well. So
But
it's part of the coaching
he was
staff.
already there,
What
but-
can he change? You know what I mean? The only thing he's changed is putting Cade Reid in.
New coaching
halfback.
staff. Apparently, the high performance coach is about to get sacked.
Did you give him a
someone-
chance this week, or we'll get to that?
We'll get to that. A fun fact.
Roosters by 20.
A fun fact. all three of the last Dragons coaches that they've sacked, Griffin, McGregor, and Shane Flanagan, they've all been sacked after the exact same amount of losses of 36.
Wow.
Well, man, what
That's
is that?
spooky. Anthony Griffin, McGregor, and Flanagan, they
JC
waited.
reckons it was him. That got him
JC?
sacked.
Okay.
Statement.
He's he.
This the guy, you see it?
Save the Saints, brother.
Oh, he's too
Save
good.
80.
He's too good. Oh, what do you said? Hornby? Hasna, who'd say? Dean, you said Dean Young. You
Out
said
of
Ben
them,
Hornby.
I say if Dean Young performs well, he'll get the job. Apart from that, it'll be Hornby.
Okay, let's move on now.
Wayne
We're gonna.
Bennett, what if they get Wayne Bennett again?
Wayne Bennett
Wayne
resigned with South for another year, so they can't. Okay, let's start previewing
Maybe
round.
they'll keep Dean Young for a year and wait for Wayne Bennett.
I couldn't get.
I would do that.
I
He's
think
he's the only coach that can fix that club.
I'd go
I
Ben
reckon.
Teo, bro. I reckon Ben Teo is a very good coach. Ben Teo or Brad
You
Arthur.
can't go a new coach, sorry.
Just like
He's going to be better than
No,
Flanagan.
not with a team that's
He's going to
trying
be
to
better with
rebuild.
Donut.
Not with a team that's trying to rebuild. You need
Okay,
someone experienced.
round 8. Harry kicks off Thursday night at the 8th Wonder of the World Leichardt. Tigers versus Raiders. Raiders have been lost Hudson Young 2 weeks to a suspension on a hit on Soafalongo. And Simi Sasangi got ruled out today. Simi Sasangi got ruled out today.
Hamstring.
Go to Hazna first. A score. Not a score, sorry. A tip and a margin, please, Hazna.
Tigers 1 to 12.
Tigers
1 to 12, yeah.
at Leichardt.
Yeah. And plus,
As long as they don't move Adam Dewey, from 7 to 3 when Jock Madden comes on.
I don't understand why put it Dewey on the edge. I'd keep him in the middle. Put him at lock if you have to.
I'd move the whole team and leave Dewey at number 7. He's been killing it at 7.
Yeah, you can't change the spine, no way. Leave 6 and 7 where it is.
I reckon Adam
think
Dewey-
Tigers win by 13 plus. to be
You got
honest.
Tigers winning?
Yeah, winning 13 plus.
I
about firing?
think Hudson Young is a massive loss, and on top
Massive.
of that, Simi Sasangi. I think the
Them
Tigers.
two the best players all season.
For the Tigers, also Stafford
Simi
Toa.
Sangi probably taken over Hudson Young, but Hudson Young.
I want to touch on. Speaking about the Tigers, I want Terrell May. If Laurie Daly doesn't pick Terrell May for Origin, I'm going for Queensland. He won't pick him.
No.
Laurie Daly won't pick Terrell May for Origin.
He deserves the best.
Especially if Payne Haas is out round 1, game 1.
He won't.
Bro, I can't do this daily. These pick coaches need to go get fucked.
He'll pick
Nah.
AFB.
Yeah,
and Stefano Yukamalakalo.
I'm just going to ask the viewers, will Terrell May
Stefano will play before
Terrell May be...
Has he ever picked him? Has he ever got into the
You got
side?
Barnett as well.
Mitch Barnett, come in.
Barnett too.
Bro, he should be first picked.
Mitch Barnett. You also got Jake Trebojevic.
He couldn't even finish the sentence.
I don't
Big Jakey with his bubble wrap.
But I think his time's up.
Hey?
He's tried hard this shit, man.
Because he
If
tried...
it wasn't for that headgear, I think he would have been knocked out every game. That headgear's saving him, man.
Harry, your tip was... I've
Yeah,
got
Tigers 30
I've got
plus.
Tigers 1 to 12. Friday at 6 p.m. It's the Cowboys versus the Sharks up at Queensland Country Bank Stadium. The Sharks have dropped Sione Katoa with Mawini Hiroti moving to the wing and Sasifa Talako coming to centre. The Cows were very bad last week against Manly. And the Sharks are coming fresh off a bye. Also, Sharks have got their Cameron McInnes, their also club captain, club co-captain, coming off the bench, coming back from an ACL injury. I see nothing but a comfortable...
Oh, he's not starting McInnes.
No, Jesse Colacoon. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Cowboys played last week with no energy, bro.
They were woeful.
Yeah, defense was disgusting.
They looked like they didn't want to play.
I've got the Sharks winning and winning well.
Yeah, comfortably.
Yeah, 100%
13
off a
plus.
bye as well, and off a loss against
got the
Roosters
Sharks
as well.
13
They'll be
plus.
hurting from that loss against Roosters, so yeah, 13 plus. Sharks, I reckon. And then Dogs will smack them the following week. Oh, cool.
Friday, 8 p.m. The not so much baby Broncos this week. The injury depleted Broncos versus the Bulldogs at Suncorp. Haas and about 12 others are out. For the Dogs, Crichton is back, and thank God Curran is not playing centre. However, it was mentioned late this afternoon, Crichton still has to pass a fitness test tomorrow morning
he's
before
not
he
still
flies out.
100%, Yeah. Captain's run. Would they have a captain's run?
They
tomorrow?
fly out tomorrow. He has to, at Belmore or something, he has to pass his run before they fly out.
He'll pass its mum, man. There's no way.
Put some needles in there.
Yeah, right. He just won't be as used much.
If we perform like we did against Penrith, we should
No team
win
stops
comfortably.
us.
Yeah, we should win comfortably.
Leota misses out by
Very
misses.
easy.
Sorry, just reply. Yes, Moses Leota misses out
You say it.
to New South Wales eligibility. No,
Moses Leota misses out in the New South Wales.
I keep. I'm
Love the
so
first.
sorry.
I don't understand.
I reckon Adam Reynolds is going to kick if there's going to be 2 or 3 tries either over Montoya's head or in behind him. I reckon Adam Reynolds kicks Canterbury to death. Not, and I'm not being now a Debbie Downer.
He'll be against
The halfback can go any sort
Montoya.
of.
No, I'm saying Montoya.
It's Mariner. Mariner's a freak.
And
Mariner's
you know,
lightning.
And you know what's funny? Connor Tracy is never in position. Never in position when it comes to defense.
Last year in the first half,
Yeah,
Adam Reynolds
that's
set up
what
3
he-
tries in the first half, kick try assists, 3 tries, and it was pouring rain, and he put him on a dime. One of them, the Brisbane player was sitting there waiting for it, and Montoya wasn't even in the frame. I remember that vividly. Remember? I think the Broncos' backline speed, especially with Jesse Arthurs and Katoni Staggs being declared fit to play, which Jesse Arthurs made a miraculous recovery from that calf. Because he came off and struck it
I
straight
don't
away.
reckon he'll play.
They've
They've got Perham on. They cleared him today.
They've cleared him today.
Oh wow.
Well,
And
Staggs.
Staggs aren't going to play fasciitis. I've had that. It's just a pain management thing. You can needle them up and play. He played. See his defense last week.
He's a wahash. He's performed really well this
I've
year.
got
what
stats.
about Staggs in Origin, actually?
I've got
You don't have
Katoni
Staggs and
Staggs
Staggs?
for Origin. I'll
Yeah.
pick Staggs over Crichton.
Oh, yeah?
I'll pick Staggs over
Oh,
Crichton.
over Crichton. Nah, that's not happening.
I'd have Staggs and Latrell Mitchell.
No way.
My New South Wales centers are Staggs. What? Based on form, Crichton takes it over Staggs.
Is Herbie Farnworth?
No, he can't play.
So that means Victor Radley can't play.
Victor Radley can play. Herbie Farnsworth played his first game in England. That's why I came. Victor Radley's
yeah.
first game was for the Clavelli. He's either mascot junior or Clavelli
yeah,
props.
I understand.
No, I think no. Cameron Murray's a mascot junior. Victor Radley's a Clavelli crocodile junior.
Got ya.
Does it make sense?
That can be with Herbie Farnworth.
My New South Wales right centre will be Katoni Staggs, if fit, and my left centre will be Latrell Mitchell. Or you can have Crichton on the wing. Crichton play on the wing for
You're
Penrith.
not going to replace. You can't replace Crichton.
Okay, well they're not. Okay, we'll go back to you. They're not picking on form then. They're not.
Yeah, but Critter,
Staggs has been the best centre and Herbie.
but you got to understand.
Yeah, but he's
Are they
been
playing form?
consistent.
Critter is like the new Cameron Smith in this era.
Critter is not him. The next person says Critter is him, he's going to get a headbutt, a Liverpool kiss. Okay, your tip.
Bulldogs 13 plus.
Sure, well.
Haley, what do you reckon?
13 plus.
Who wins?
We just said, are they going to come back and bounce back? Yeah, they're going to bounce back, and they have to bounce back big.
Dogs
they can't,
win or what?
They can't bounce back small.
I'm asking Haley.
Tip with your head, not your heart for once. Dogs or Brisbane, tip with your head.
No, Dogs 13 plus. If they play like Penrith.
I love this guy.
No, don't win. Don't win. Nah, I did it last week against Parramatta. I wasn't confident. Ask
What?
Haley.
So you
ask him before kickoff. I wasn't confident. Ask him.
Bro, I need help.
Did I seen the
30 plus-
boys? I'm not
30 plus based on what?
Instantly.
Hey, believe, brother, believe.
Healy's saying Bulldogs
What's
should
your
win,
tip?
honestly. I've got Brisbane 1 to 12. Sorry.
You're kidding.
I'm kidding.
Really?
So Brisbane are coming off 3 straight wins.
So you're saying we can't repeat against the form we did against Penrith?
We can, but Brisbane will be too good. I've told you what. I reckon Adam Reynolds kicks us.
No.
You're off
No
your
way.
head, cuz.
If Adam Reynolds kicks us to death, I'm messaging you all.
Brother, Cleary is
They
the
still
best
got that
halfback in the
Willison too,
game,
man.
and we
Willison's a
couldn't let
freak
him
too,
breathe.
man. Every time
What
And what did we?
are we going to
And what did we do last week? Yes, yeah.
But that's their fault.
Fucking aggression, bro.
Flowers just said if you say Critter is the new Cameron Smith, he's driving from Lidcombe. He had to fly kick in the head. Look down the barrel and give him a
He
reply.
does Cameron Smith things, man. He gets
Cameron
away-
Smith things.
He gets away with it.
Why isn't Flower on the? Why isn't Flower
Well, you
on
can say it. You can say it to him.
on here? Why isn't Flower? Did his internet run out or something?
Who's Flower? The Melbourne Storm fan?
The biased Melbourne Storm
Oh
fan.
yeah, that's right.
You like him?
Yeah, he's alright.
Zed?
Yeah, he's alright.
He's all right. Lance
Yeah, he
Armstrong.
loves. Who's that? Who's
Who's is a champion? Who's is a Brisbane
Brisbane
tragic?
fan? Yeah.
A proper. He's about 75 jerseys. He gets them all signed.
Wow.
Yeah, but
He's
he's
going to Brisbane.
he went. Remember that game Brisbane last year? He was at the prelim and he couldn't watch the kick. And
Oh,
he
yeah,
was, he was about to cry and he
Penrith?
punched. Yeah.
Oh, he was there.
Remember he put the video.
Oh, that's right.
That's the
yes,
one you butt heads with.
yeah.
Yeah. Who's anything to say to Harry while you've got him? Okay, Saturday 4 p.m. Anzac Day. It's the annual Anzac Day clash.
The Dragons.
It's the Dragons versus the Roosters. For the Dragons, Cade Reid to debut, the halfback plenty of Dragons fans have been screaming out for, and Ryan Couchman, who's a defensive guru, to come back and strengthen that forward pack.
I reckon Dragons are going to put up a fight, man. Like it's going to be.
Will the occasion get to them, or for the positive or negative?
Coach, I think they want to perform for the new coach. I don't know. It's a big. I reckon they'll put in a big performance. It'll be closer than what people think it's going to be.
Feel like
Congratulations to Cade Reid. It'll be a massive game to debut in. Ryan Couchman.
What do you rate him for? Is he any good, Cade Reid?
I've only seen one trial.
First grade ready?
He's very slight in stature. He's very he's a Sam Walker.
Is he like that,
Sam Walker,
the South's,
off the cuff.
The South's halfback, that one that got injured, the small guy, what's his name? The small halfback for Souths.
Jonah Glover.
No, the other one that got injured. He's
Jai Gray. That's a fullback.
No, the
Humphries.
halfback. No,
yeah.
Bro, there's a twig.
Yeah.
Fucking 60 kilos wet.
Dodd, Lewis Dodd.
No, I know who it is.
Fuck, I forgot his name. The comments should fucking bring
Ashton
him up.
Ward.
That's it, Ward. That's it, yeah.
He's an Ashton Award, yes.
Wow, he's good, man.
No, I like
Do
him.
you rate him who's better?
I think he's got plenty of potential. I would have went with
More ability than Ward?
Flanagan, Shane Flanagan.
No, Ward. I'm saying Cade Reid more ability than Ward.
Same. I reckon.
Same.
Yeah.
So the same toughness.
But Ashton Award was like 65 kilos
And
wet.
he tackles the fucking biggest bloke on the field. He's got
Good on him, bro.
heart.
Good on blood him.
Wow.
Bro, it's not working. You're 0 from 7. You can change your half.
I'm happy.
Did you see the stat yesterday?
Did you see the
stat yesterday at NRL, on NRL 360? Did you see the stat on NRL 360? The Dragons forward pack make the most meters.
They're first.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they're first.
So they have no trouble
meters,
getting down there, but they're just
So
not.
obviously it's a halves.
So it's the halves.
Yeah, and it's mostly Flanagan. That inside ball. What's
I'm
that
eating
inside
chips.
ball? The X he does.
That's
all he does.
Would you sign him for Dogs? Carl?
No way. They won't even make one Massey.
Ward has huge heart for his size. Ashton Ward. A tip. Roosters versus.
Roosters 1 to 12, man. It won't be 13 plus. I reckon they're gonna put up a fight.
I'm going to say this is the upset of the week.
East.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Dragons will break
I
their
agree. I
Dragons
agree
will break the donut.
Yeah.
Or did you just tip Roosters? Do you agree with him or not?
Well, mainly did it before a new coach come in and they fucking.
I don't
put
rate
on the
D Young,
show.
bro. I reckon D Young is a fraud.
I reckon
and
this
I reckon
is
his
the
dad's a bigger fraud.
I reckon this is the upset of the week.
Was for an assistant coach. He was right.
Yeah, for 2 games, and then he got sacked.
Dragons by 2.
I got the Dragons will be very close at half time, maybe even leading over Roosters. Then Roosters, just like what they did against Newcastle last week, they went into half time down by 12, then beat them by about 30.
Yeah.
So my final Roosters will win by about 20 points. But by half time, don't be surprised if Dragons are within distance or leading by a try or 2.
I agree.
The second of 3 games on Saturday, it's at 6 p.m. It's the Warriors versus Dolphins. They moved this game to Wellington.
That's the upset.
It's a Warriors home ground. The Dolphins were very unlucky last week against Penrith. They shown signs where what we expected. They play with flair. Yeah, they're getting some. Max Plaff is coming back. But on Cody Nikorima cops 2 games for his tackle on. Who was it? Mitch Kenny. I feel bad for Mitch Kenny.
Yeah.
We got a soft spot for Mitch Kenny.
That was
broken.
How much weeks?
Broken. He got an MC. He got 2 weeks.
Come on,
Hold on, Mitch fractured his leg and done his MCL.
Do you think Nikorima meant to hurt him?
So who's
that?
the
Like,
6th?
honestly, it's like part of a tackle that's gone wrong. Like,
So who's
what
the
do you
6th?
do? You can't. do that.
Brad Schneider fills in. Brad Schneider.
He's from Penrith.
Warriors versus Dolphins. It's going to be wet. It's going to be. They call it windy Wellington. It's going to be wet and windy. I reckon the Warriors forwards get them home.
Warriors.
Barnett,
Nah,
James
Dolphins-
Fisher-Harris.
I reckon- I got
It's wet and
Dolphins
windy.
30+.
Wet and windy,
Dolphins
Harry.
30+,
It's called
doesn't
windy
matter.
Wellington.
Doesn't matter. They need to win.
Okay.
Dolphins need to win.
I've got
It's a
Warriors.
must win for
I've got
Dolphins,
this as
man.
being a
Did
wet.
Warriors lose out last week or win?
No, they won 28-20 against Titans.
Warriors won.
Yeah, Dolphins for me 13+.
Harry, did you say? Sorry, Hazna.
Wise 13.
I got the Waz. Saturday. Oh, this is the big one. This one. Oh, Saturday 8:10. The Melbourne Storm 0-5 in the last 5. 0-5 Flower
Up the Storms.
versus South at Amy
Surely
Park.
they win this one.
Storm in 15th spot. Never, like when you open the table and look for the Storm, you've never had to scroll down that far.
But there's an interesting stat with that.
5 losses in a row.
Losses in 2012.
Yeah.
and they ended up making a
Beating
good
us,
final
don't
and beating
remember
us.
that.
Did they lose 5 in a row?
They lost 5
Yeah,
in a
they
row
did.
in that season in 2012, and they ended up fighting.
Harry with the big stats,
So
mate.
fucking
What a Bellamy.
mate.
What a Harry on it. I got
But this is
Latrell.
the game that turned it around, 100%. This is the game that turned it around. They're gonna win this game.
They're going to win this game?
Yeah.
I reckon we.
13 plus.
I reckon Latrell's going to.
Fuck, I love my 13 pluses. I was just gonna shit 13 plus.
Is he on a repeat? 30 plus. 30 plus.
There's a show on Instagram 13 plus. I want to buy it.
Storm's 13 plus. Have we lost you? Have we lost them?
Yeah, look, Eamon agrees with me.
Have we lost you guys?
What a Eamon.
Wally Saker, say hello.
Yeah, Wally unit.
Have we lost? Oh, what'd you do, Hazna? Have we lost you guys? Keep talking, Hazna.
But you could respond to them.
I'm asking him there for them to tell us.
But you could respond. They could answer
Oh.
you. they're watching.
I reckon Latrell Mitchell puts on another clinic. The right edge of the Storm, he's marking up against some bum. Is it Howarth? Yeah, Howarth. Don't rate him. Will Warbrick is a cat. He's got feet for hands. I've got South winning 13 plus.
No way, not happening.
Melbourne, you got to get it. Melbourne are not the Melbourne you're used to no more. You know when we've been writing them off for years.
Who are they
this
missing?
is the right.
Who's
They're missing everyone. They're missing
the thing is,
Pappenhausen.
they just-
They're missing
Don't worry about the players that
Katoa.
not coming back.
But
Katoa,
they-
Katoa's a
but
big, massive loss.
To be honest,
Massive.
they've been in the games in the first half. It's just the second half they've gone to sleep. Like last
Yeah.
week's a perfect example. They were leading in the first half, and then they lost
But I
it.
feel like they never look that that Melbourne Storm, that team where it
Yeah.
looks dangerous.
That
They're gonna come back. They're gonna
that
win the game.
consistency,
I
yeah.
never felt that way. Did you feel that way as
Nah.
well? It's Canberra. I never felt they're gonna come back. Storm. I don't know.
I think Souths have been playing some very good footy, man.
Yeah.
They're just doing enough. Like when they want to put the foot down against St George, they did against Canterbury when they're under the pump, even though they put their foot down. Okay, Tallis Duncan's a future star.
I reckon they have more potential. That's the scary thing about South.
my roughie-
I reckon they've got more.
My roughie for the bench for New South Wales Origin is Tallis Duncan because he can play centre, lock, or second row, and he's got that little power built. Going back to my
Good
subject,
line, good line.
I have massive raps on Tallis Duncan.
Yeah, he's a gun. He's a good player.
My tip, and it's not to burn flour, but it is to burn flour. I've got South winning 13 plus on Anzac Day at Amy Park. Hopefully, you've got Storm.
Yeah, Storm 13 plus.
Storm
for
by
me.
4.
Storm by 4 in a tight one.
Who's the ref?
Ashley
can't-
Klein.
It is actually home. Okay. Sunday, 2 p.m. The Newcastle Knights versus Penrith at McDonald Jones Stadium. The Knights were brave in their first 40 minutes against the Roosters, especially with Fletcher Hunt at centre, killing it, and Sandon Smith leading them around. But I think they got fatigued and a little bit inexperienced in the second half.
Yeah.
Exciting to watch, but
For Penrith, no Mitch Kenny. Freddie Lassie comes in. And also Jesse McLean comes back from that suspension, pushes Isaac Tungo back to the bench.
Casey McLean.
Casey, sorry. Thank you, sir.
I reckon Penrith Clinic because they've been.
Let me guess.
They've been rubbish the last 2 weeks.
13 plus?
13 plus.
Yeah.
Especially if Cleary.
Dogs rubbish. They were no good, and then against Dolphins, they almost lost the game. I think this
Yeah.
week's they.
Wally's agreeing with your upset for the round, Hazna. It's Dragons.
Yeah.
I just don't think they've got the cattle butt.
Based on what he led, Knights win.
Knights?
Yeah, he's got Knights
Hilly?
winning.
Yeah. No, good on him, bro.
Yeah. He likes the way they're playing.
Yeah, they're exciting to
Yeah,
watch.
they're exciting
bro.
to watch, they
Fletcher
are,
Sharp
straight
and
out.
Fletcher Hunt,
the
man.
humidity
loves-
is
he
huge in
loves Hunt.
Darwin.
He
Yeah,
loves
Hunt.
Hunt.
But Brian's bringing up a very good point, like the Penrith travel and the humidity in Darwin coming back and then travelling also to Newcastle. Maybe?
Yeah.
Will it catch them off guard? Penrith wasn't ready for it. Well, Sick Puppies Para smashed you and you still did a... What? Sick Puppies Para smashed you guys and you still did a podcast. All right, name, Aka, put your name to that so we can reply back to you. We've been doing podcasts for 2 years now. This guy's fair. Time to fear Aholo has now.
Yeah, I like brother.
Mate, constructive criticism will take anything. Hub boss. Round 8 finishes with Sunday at 4 p.m. at Brookie. Manly versus Para Blockbuster. Manly thriving off the Fosball and playing with renewed excitement and passion. You can see Hamola's killing it, Koula's killing it, Lehigh Hopaidi's killing it. Even Brandon Wake?
Yeah.
Can I raise something, Harry, with you? And it's going back to being negative. Brandon Wakeham is showing more at hooker than Bailey Hayward is, and Brandon Wakeman's played 3 games at hooker.
He's allowed to. I feel like Hayward.
I want to get your
wants
opinion on
play
this when he finishes. Brandon Wakeham is showing more creativity and skill and form at
Because-
hooker.
I'll tell you why. Because he's getting coached by a half.
He's allowed to play. He's free.
A
more free
halfback
flowing.
understands the game and the way the flow of the game
Yeah.
is more than any other coaches out there. You've got Kieran Foran telling him to play your game, do what you need to
That's
do, but
right.
just run, be exciting, be in the game. And look at him, bro. He's scored a try. He's been in moments. He's been creating moments.
100%. It's the
And
coach.
I feel like Manly will go 4 in a row here, man.
Man,
I'm on the
I
Manly boat,
agree,
brother.
I agree with Hay-
I've got Koula for a double, playing at fullback. We've glazed Koula galore this episode. Your title should be Koula Glaze Fest and round 8, yeah?
Koula, come to the Dogs, man.
Oh, man, Koula. What's your tip, Habib Perry?
Mainly 13 plus.
Yeah.
He just changed name. Changed name.
Oh, come on, surely, man.
Para or Brave, bro. Para or Brave.
Yeah, they were
Para.
playing about fuck 80
Will-
the tries they
Will-
scored.
Will rubbish.
What
Very
was the score? What was the
very
tries
soft.
they
I don't
scored?
know. Up
Very
the
soft.
Eagles.
I'm telling
I'm
you,
not being biased, but all the
Eagle
tries
Rock.
Paris scored were fucking
Karen
soft.
gave them 10 points. He really did. He
And they
gave them
scored
10
what,
points.
3 tries off a kick?
Serraldo gave him 11 plays to play against Habib.
Yeah, true.
The buck stops with the coach.
He's your coach, cuz.
He's this guy's best mate. Para scored 4 very good odds. You've got Manly 13 plus.
Mainly 13 plus.
I've got Manly winning comfortably, but I don't think. And Tolu Koula to score 2 tries.
He'll score 2 tries game.
Who's Para got back? Any plays from last week that were...
Sean Russell.
See how we called that?
Yeah,
farm?
I don't mind Sean
Me and your
Russell's
brother
play.
were saying, you know how we call Farlango
Farmashano.
Farmashano? We're calling him now Falat Mahushano because he's not producing what he
Cousin,
has.
after that loss last
He always
week, I
produces.
stopped believing. Believe what?
He's Falat Mahushano, huh?
More info. More info. Name guy. So what are you looking? What are you looking for in wrapping things up, Hazna? What are you looking for besides the Bulldogs game? And you want to fight back from the Dogs or a reply? What are you looking most forward to this week on this Anzac Day round 8?
I'm looking forward on how the Dragons perform.
I was going to say the
And-
4 p.m. Dragons game
Yeah.
on Saturday, a big
And-
event,
and
yeah.
I'm also
That's sold out too,
Yeah,
Hazna.
and I'm also looking forward to Manly going 4 in a row. I'm on the Foz boat, bro. I'm telling you.
What game are you looking besides the Canterbury game? Let's not be biased like a certain Melbourne Stormium.
Dragon, definitely the Dragons. I reckon
Yeah.
they're going to put up a big fight. Like you said,
Um,
it'll be close to
bro,
half time.
I reckon
But I reckon the new coach coming in and just the changes they've made.
Put it this
will
way:
fire 'em up.
with 0 and
If Manly
7,
can do it, why can't Dragons
with
do it?
0 and
I know
7 on the
Roosters-
board, this is a grand final for them.
Yeah, 100%.
With the Anzac
I
Day
agree.
thing.
They're going to put up a fight, but I think Roosters will just get it.
My match of the round for me is Saturday 8 p.m. Storm versus South at Amy Park. Come home, order a pizza,
And
Get
watch
it.
Storm lose.
watch Storm get pumped. The Woodfire
Well,
Pizza.
Latrell
He's
Mitchell
rubbing it
came-
in.
And Latrell Mitchell and Tallis Duncan to put on a clinic.
He's rubbing it in, Flower. He's rubbing it in.
What about Dufty? Your old mate Dufty.
Dufty was killing it.
Yeah, I know. He killed him.
Sorry, we don't
His defense is
What's
more
that word?
better.
We
eh?
don't,
He fixed his defense as well.
we don't encourage gambling, but all my mates who are gamblers jumped on the Matt Dufty to score a try.
No
Brother.
way.
Every,
You know what I love about
And
Duffy?
he scored.
Bro, it was. How did it? Yeah, please don't let Dufty score. Please. Oh, Dufty just scored.
You know what I love about Dufty? When
His
he
attack was
when
brilliant.
he catches the ball on
And
the
he-
full.
Yeah, yeah,
He's
acceleration.
running 100
Acceleration,
meters,
yeah.
100 miles an
His
hour. Bro.
acceleration is brilliant, bro.
He's a wahash when he catches the ball.
Great time. Just finished from hospital.
What do you do?
Who's
What do you do when Gray comes back? Would you leave him in the squad?
Pepperoni
Dufty?
pizza.
Nah,
Hey, no.
Would you leave Dufty in
nah,
the
he's gay.
Dogs cause a lot of refs.
I'd put Dry
Not
Gray.
even on the
Cause
bench?
The ref
No
dogs got robbed hard. Who just finished from?
Too good, man.
Thank God. Debo. Hello, Debo. Hello, Debo from the Kennel podcast.
Hello, Debo. How are you, my brother?
Why was he in hospital?
He's got a habit. He's got a habit keyboarding, replying. We'll reply to you.
I got a soft spot for Debo, bro. Debo's my man. Paul Vaughan and Dufty were let go by Serraldo. We're still speaking.
Who's Dibbo, the Dragons fan?
Dragons.
Yeah, he's a good bloke.
He's a very good bloke. Were you a Paul Vaughan fan?
Yeah, I liked him. Yeah, he was a good bloke.
We didn't even get. We played him in the worst side, like, and then we cut him.
Even Jack Hetherington, whatever his
We
name is.
signed him from Canberra, didn't we?
Paul Vaughan, no Dragons, because he got
That's
sacked
right,
for the
Canberra
barbecue game. Remember in COVID?
Yeah,
he did
that's
the barbecue.
right. That's right. Yes,
He did the barbecue
that's
gate thing.
right.
That wraps up our episode tonight, Hazna.
Good episode, bro.
Harry, massive love. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for.
You're always welcome on. You're a fan favourite. When you stop working so hard, you live down the road.
Yeah.
3,000
I
views
love
I
Salah.
reckon in this one.
Harry's gonna take us to the next level.
Ask Harry if dogs will make the 8.
Well, dogs make
Yeah,
it.
if you put like you said, Brian, if you puts the players in the right position, we're a top 4 team, as you say. So yeah, I think.
when the coach gets it right.
So, what do you do? What do you do when Tuala's fit?
You
What do you do?
know my answer. You know you should.
So put him on the wing.
Montoya.
So Cherry stays on the left with Kiraz, and then you put Kiraz back with
Montoya
Tuala on the
should
right,
just stay with his
and then put Tuala on
podcast.
the left like last
Okay,
year.
is Kiraz fit? Kiraz is fit. Or
When he's
Kiraz not
fit, no.
Okay.
When Kiraz and Tuala's fit,
No. I've got Crichton and Kiraz on the right, Cherry and Tuala on the left. Simple, very simple.
yeah, leave it the same as last year. Yeah,
I don't
that's
need
right.
I don't need a coach's degree. I don't need a science degree. I don't need a PhD. Montoya out of the club, sack him, pay him out, let him go do podcasts with his wife. Or she can come on here and we'll show her how to do podcasts. Montoya out.
As
bro.
Hillel said, she should be a good communicator on the field.
It's all about communication,
It's all
bro.
about
Yeah.
communication.
It's all about the communication.
Dog, stop.
Lucky.
Wally, stop talking to yourself, Wally. Thank you guys heaps for the interaction. Thanks heaps. Hope you enjoyed today's podcast and live. Enjoy your footy. Enjoy your Anzac Day long weekend, and we'll catch you guys next week.
Tarek, you got to get on next week.
Tariq will make us lose fans. Mr. Negative, Panda.
Oh, is he?
But you could have paid Tariq enough, bro. Tariq's on the big papers, bro.
Yalla, Tarek.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks heaps. Thank you, Hamid. It's mad with the communication, but you just got to go. Like, we get sidetracked a bit. You still get me?
Yeah, it's fuck.
What's wrong, Hazna? I turned it off.
Oh, was it recording?